Welcome to Your True Calling. I'm so glad you're here. I'm Dr. Michelle Chappell, a psychologist and a rock star. I've helped thousands of people find their true purpose by discovering their one-of-a-kind superpowers. Each week, I'll share tools and client success stories to help you find gifts you don't know you have so that you can thrive in a career that fills your soul and passion projects that make you feel whole. Hello, everyone. Today, it is my pleasure to be talking to Dana Hazel. She is an awesome neuromuscular and sports massage therapist. Her knowledge and passion for helping people get out of pain is built on years of being a former athlete herself. I have gone to Dana for deep tissue work on my forearms, which really hurt after I played guitar for long periods of time, and she has worked miracles with me. I have no doubt that Dana has found her true calling, and we're going to talk to her about how she did that and how you can do it too. Let's get into it. Hi, Dana. I'm so glad that you agreed to be on my podcast. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
You are one of the best massage therapists I have ever had. And that is saying a lot.
Oh, thank you.
So I wanted to just kind of dive in and talk about how you've discovered that you have this amazing superpower.
Okay.
How long have you been doing this work?
I've been doing it for 10 years now.
Okay. And what drew you to get a license in massage therapy in the first place?
Well, I took a very long road there. I guess it started back in when I was playing sports. I, between injuries and like just playing, I was a pretty competitive athlete growing up. And so my mom had me in massage um, to kind of take care of myself. I was a pitcher and then I played a bunch of different positions in softball and then high school sports, volleyball and softball. And I was always really interested in the human body and movement. And I knew I wanted to do something in the healthcare field. I just wasn't sure what that was. So I initially went to Oregon State to do nutrition um, and also ended up down a pre-nursing track with that and human development and family sciences as like a minor. And then because I just had an interest in people in general and I hadn't kind of figured out how to put all that together yet. I realized that path wasn't for me. I took a break from university and decided to try a technical school. And I actually ended up working in the OR for a little bit as a surgical tech, doing a lot of orthopedic surgeries and general surgeries, kind of more ambulatory surgeries.
Yeah.
And that was fascinating, but it still didn't feel right for me. So I backed off that, ended up becoming an office manager at a massage clinic and found my people. I figured out how to combine my love for taking care of people and the body and kind of putting all that into massage. Then diving deeper into that, found some really great mentors while I was in school that were really focused in the treatment world of massage. So more like medically based massage, sports massage, injury prevention, things like that. So that took my interest a lot and sent me down this whole path.
And you've been doing it for 10 years and you're 35.
Yes.
That's
Yeah, after all of that.
That's very cool. So how did you get the job as the office manager in the massage? That's what is curious to me.
So, I was just looking for a job and one of my mom's patients was like, I need a receptionist at my massage clinic. And when I got in there, I just kind of I don't know, I saw a lot of things that could make the business better. So right away, so I kind of put in my input and worked really hard and worked my way up to a manager really quickly. And then from there, just got to know the therapist and really found a passion where I wasn't expecting it.
When was the first time you ever did it. Like you put your hands on someone and gave them a massage. Like, mm,
Oh, I've been giving I've been giving massages since I was little, which is why it was so funny that it took me so long to come around to it. When I was younger, my cousin and I would have sleepovers and we'd like stay up all night like treating massages and stuff, and we both ended up being massage therapists, which was pretty funny.
so
Um,
you knew it from the very beginning, really.
yeah, it just took me a while to think about it as a career. I don't know why.
How old were you when you first started giving massages?
6, 7 years old.
It's interesting. I think a lot of people's superpowers make themselves known when you're really, really young.
Yeah, you just don't always pay attention to them or think anything of them. You're just like, "Oh, your feet hurt. I'll rub your feet. That's totally fine."
So naturally to you, you just sort of don't really notice that you're doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. And I it takes a while sometimes to get there, but when you do, it's definitely an aha moment.
Okay, dear listeners, I wanted to pause for a moment to connect Dana's journey with yours. One of the biggest clues to knowing what your superpower is that it's something that you were doing when you were a child. Dana was already giving massages when she was 6 or 7 years old. I used to walk up to pianos and play them as if I had been classically trained when I was 4 or 5 years old. These things felt so natural to us that we didn't think much of them, but they were our superpowers making themselves known to us. The same is true for you. Take a moment to think about, what did you love to do when you were a child? If nothing's coming to mind, think about something that you might have loved doing when you were an adolescent or even a young adult. You may have overlooked it because it came so easily and effortlessly to you. You didn't think it was special. Perhaps you thought everyone else could do it too, but they can't. Sometimes our parents see our gifts, sometimes they don't. Regardless, they're there. But we may not be aware of them because they don't fit the idea that we have for ourselves. They don't make sense as a career. Sometimes we don't connect with them because we don't know what those gifts are because we buried them so deeply. The good news is they're still there and they're probably trying to get your attention right now because I'm asking you about them. Next, we're going to talk about how Dana knows she found her true calling. Are you ready? Let's go. The reason why I wanted to talk to you, because I've had massages, but you're really good. So
Aw.
what's up with that? What's do you like what is it? Is it because you've also been the recipient of that kind of treatment? Is it because you've also studied the body or what do you I mean, because you are, right? Do you know that you are really good?
Well, my lovely clients have told me that they appreciate what I do, and that means a lot to me. I mean, I have a huge passion for it, and I think that's a big part of it. I enjoy going to work to every day. It doesn't really feel like work. It's a chance to be creative. Sometimes part of the massage for me, where things are pulling, where things are tight and loose, and what's actually causing the pain. Um, I I think what makes my style unique is that I combine a lot of specific work with flow so that you get a little bit of the mind body balance. And I think people really like that.
Can you say more about that?
Our brain controls our pain. So if you're just dealing specifically with, say, the muscle or the trigger point or wherever the pain is being felt,
Mhm.
you're not always addressing the full issue. Sometimes it's stress from the day that's causing maybe a weaker area to flare up. Sometimes it's post trauma, car accidents, or something in your past that happened traumatically that you're holding on to in your muscles. So if you can kind of take somebody away from the mental stresses of the day or the month or the year, um, that can help take away the pain too. the neuromuscular part of it is talking to the brain and communicating with the brain where to focus its attention to release the pain that you're feeling. So sometimes that's just kind of relaxing the mind, or sometimes that's like, hey, it's specifically in this point. Come focus here for a minute. That's like trigger point therapy. So you find a hot spot or a very tender area, and you have the brain focus on that area for a few seconds. And once that pain starts to die down a little bit, the brain has recognized that that area needs focus, and it's putting its attention there, and it's now actually relaxing the muscle instead of just going over the muscle like with like a broad stroke. Broad strokes are more calming, like for your mind, but not necessarily dealing with pain.
You once mentioned search and destroy to me, and I said, "Don't say any more about it, save that." So, what is search and destroy?
So I always kind of, when I'm working on somebody, especially when I'm working on somebody who has like chronic or acute pain or an injury or something going on, it's finding those like very like hot spots or tender spots that radiate out and really are causing those those painful spots that you feel maybe somewhere else. Um, and so my mind goes straight to that Minesweeper game where you're trying to find the bombs and like diffuse them before they blow up essentially.
Okay.
And not that kind of little puzzle game. So finding the trigger points and then making them go away before the pain gets worse or it doesn't go away. So my search and destroy.
Okay. And when you're working on somebody, are you in your head? Are you in your body? Are you doing both? Or how do you do it? How does it feel to actually do it?
I think it is a little bit of my brain. So definitely doing some cognitive problem solving, but also it's a lot of like what I feel with my hands, what I feel intuitively sometimes. It's meditative for me a little bit too because I am present, I'm focused on the client, and it's kind of the part of my day that I I don't have to think about everything else that's going on. So um it forces me to be very present with somebody, so I feel like it's a little bit of everything experience. It's calming, it's comforting, it's giving, I guess, too. Like it's a shared energy,
Hmm.
reciprocation. um so me also communicating like at an energetic level too, like how somebody responds to what I'm doing, and me adjusting to that. Uh, that's part of it. It's also very rewarding in the sense that you're helping somebody with their pain. So I mean, it makes you feel good
Mhm.
to do that for somebody. It's a very rewarding career, absolutely. So
Yeah.
I would say it's a little bit of physical, mental, and a little bit of emotional or spiritual even because you're getting that meditative aspect of it. I feel like it's a very well-rounded profession.
Do you feel like you said you feel like you're in the present? Are you ever in sort of like a flow state with it? Like one thing leads to another kind of effortlessly? Or some people talk about feeling like they're in the present moment when they're doing whatever their particular superpower is, which is, I think, one of the big clues as to what their people's superpowers are. Is that
Yeah, if you I feel like if you can be really present, that's absolutely like I feel like that's a very good sign you're on your right path.
so? Do you have any idea? And it's okay if you don't have an answer for this because I don't think anybody really does, but I'm just curious if anything pops up. Why it took a little while for you to land on this career, which sounds like your right career.
I was really focused on the medicine part of healing for a while. So like when I was growing up, I between my grandpas and my dad, I was in the hospital a lot. Um, and when I was there, I was always really interested about the like what was happening, what was going on, how the treatments were going, like just the day in day out processes. I was always asking the nurses questions or the doctors questions, and I was always just really interested in that part of it. And at some point I thought, maybe I should be going down like a doctor path or a nurse path or something. And then I realized I really didn't want to work in the hospital at all. Uh,
Was your dad, and grandfather, were they doctors or were they in the hospital because they were ill?
they had multiple like heart surgeries. My dad's had cancer a couple times. My other grandpas had cancer too. So I just kind of we between surgeries and treatments, my whole family would go and sit in the waiting room and kind of keep each other's spirits up. So I spent a lot of time during like a part of my life in the hospital, just kind of learning really and observing, and thought maybe that would be that my part of the world eventually. My aunt's a nurse and my cousins. So
Okay, so
we
that
have some of those that was kind of, leading me in that direction as well. But yeah, finding massage, I don't know why it took me so long to get there because
I think you just answered it because it looked like the world was pointing you in a certain direction because of the experience that you had, because of what your family members did or that what they suffered from. But
yeah.
I also was thinking while you were talking that I think you were generally right that you wanted to be a healer, but maybe not a medical healer. A di-
Yeah. Yes. I also figured out that I really needed my path to get to where I am right now, because I don't think if I would have gone straight to massage that I would have had all the knowledge or experiences with different kind of healthcare and surgeries and understanding the body in the same way that I do now. I think it took me my whole path just to get me to massage for that reason. Helps me understand things and treat people more effectively, I guess now.
Mhm.
By the time I got to massage school, I had many years of anatomy and physiology already, and actually got to see the body inside the body and things like that. So the kind of trauma things cause, I had a big path going to there, and I feel like I needed to go through that to get to where I am now.
It totally makes sense. I think it's just so interesting that you've seen the inside of a body. That's gotta help you. Yeah, when you're working with somebody.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, given everybody's body is different, but I've seen some very interesting things, and like how aggressive orthopedic surgeries can be, and just surgeries in general.
Mhm.
Um yeah, just the thankful I haven't had to have one, but it's helpful with a sense of compassion and understanding for what somebody might be healing from too. I mean, just helping them navigate that better. But
Yeah.
it's also kind of cool now to see how massage really helps the healing process post surgery or post an injury. So I always, while I was in school, I had a thought like, how cool would it be to actually massage the muscle during surgery or something like that? Which is maybe something I'll dive into down the road or something, asking questions. But um, I know that like post-surgical healing, massage is super helpful and helps speed up the process and strengthen everything a little bit better, remove inflammation, get that fluid exchange so you're getting better blood flow and healing. And yeah, it's just really beneficial. So lots of benefits to having that fairly soon after surgery.
How do you know that?
I've got the to see it firsthand. um, one of my clients had a knee surgery or knee replacement the same week as her friend, and her friend she shared this with me. Her friend never did PT, didn't go get massage, and I think probably to this day is still struggling with her knee replacement. Um, and my client who came in fairly shortly after her surgery, she was up and walking and going on big tours on like traveling, and where she was walking around a bunch. not too long after her surgery, she was making big progress. Her swelling went down really fast, her scars healed really great. Um, she just didn't have the ongoing problems with her surgery like, her friend did, and I've seen other people, talk about their surgeries that they never got treatment, and now they had a new surgery and gotten treatment and felt the difference. Um, just the science behind it too. If you're getting that new blood flow, fluid exchange, if you're getting that healthy blood in there, so when you're healing, sometimes the scar tissue builds up or the inflammation causes the tissue to kind of bundle up together. So you're not getting that flow of good, healthy blood as much as you would if you were kind of flushing it out all the time. And you're also like not getting each cell has like excretes waste just like our bodies do. So if your cells and your muscles are all bunched up, they're not going to get rid of that waste product as easily, so it's just building up around the surgery site or around the injury where the inflammation's kind of taking over. Inflammation is great. It's great for healing. You want inflammation when you have an injury, but you want to control it and kind of create a fluid exchange in there that's a little healthier and moving stuff around, getting the lymphatic system in there and flushing things out. So, um, yeah, I think like anytime there's an injury or trauma or surgery, I think that massage definitely can benefit for.
Medical treatment, massage, they go together well.
I think so.
Yeah, that makes
Absolutely.
sense. And again, you were going to go down the medical route, then now you're a massage therapist, but they still go together. I'm just seeing that
Yeah.
there are threads of, and you even said it yourself, threads of what you did earlier that carry through with what you're doing now. Some
Yes. Yes.
some of those skills are kind of transferable over to what you're doing now from what.
Yes. Yeah.
Oops.
I found the best of both worlds. And I'm not treating with medications, but I'm helping somebody heal and understanding the body and still getting that independence, I guess, to be creative and how I want to be while I'm doing massage too. Um, which is, I mean, I don't know. I can't complain.
Are you being creative? What's creative about it for you?
It's almost like a dance a little bit. So you're like kind of creating this combination of treatment, but also like flow for relaxation, so that people are leaving feeling that mind body connection still. um, yeah, I feel like every therapist is unique, and that's what makes massage creative is you perform it in your own way or see things how, it's from your perspective and the client's perspective. So there's like a creative give and take too there. Sometimes you have to what you think should be working isn't solving the problem, so you have to figure out another way. So kind of thinking outside the box sometimes. Sometimes it's not even related to a muscle. Sometimes it's like something totally different. Like, are you like what you're eating, or are you exercising? Are you not exercising? Is something stressful going on? There's a lot to play into to chronic pain, especially. But oftentimes when we're on the table, as you know, sometimes things just conversations pop up, or things come out, or questions come up, or emotions pop out, and it's a very therapeutic experience in itself, so
Yeah,
there's a
well,
lot that holds on to in the body emotionally.
yes. I've actually really enjoyed our conversations when you've been working on me. It's actually it's nice to see your face because I never do.
I know, I have my mask on.
I'm facing down or
Yeah, that too.
did when you were a young girl and you had injuries and people, worked on you, do you feel like there was anything in that experience that had helped you know that that was something? I mean, you were already doing it, I know, but was there anything in that experience of receiving help for your own injuries that gave you a clue about what you wanted to do?
Yeah, a little bit. I had, my freshman year of high school, I was in this softball camp, and I swung, at a pitch, and one of my ribs had like displaced a little bit, and it popped out, and I couldn't move or breathe, and it was super painful. And I was kind of stuck in this weird position, and I talked to my athletic trainer, and he recommended going to see this specific massage therapist who is trained in working with athletes. And this massage therapist, you know, worked my muscles around the area and ended up helping me get my rib back in place just by manipulating the muscles and using breath work. And he talked me through it and said, this could be a very, like, kind of a painful experience, but it will give you instant relief within the next day or so, and you'll be able to play again. So of course my head was like, yeah, let's do it. I'll tough it out, you know? And sure enough, next couple days I was playing, I felt way better. And I just realized the power of different kinds of massage therapy at that point, not just, relaxation, which I had only had that experience before. So, I learned that there's different kinds of massage therapy at that point, and that really got my brain working as far as, oh, this might be an avenue that I'm really interested in. I could work with athletes, I could work with people in pain, I could help people, not just relax or have a spa like treatment, which is great and has benefits of its own, but my brain was more in that direction. So that was a big turning moment for me for sure.
Okay, so it helped kind of focus what kind of massage you really wanted to do.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know much about massage, but of course there's gonna be different kinds. Types of
There's so many. Even like as massage therapists, I don't know them all. There's so many different cultures that practice different kinds of massages and then bring it to the United States, and that evolves into its own thing. I mean, there's so many different avenues you can take with massage, which is really cool, and they all have their different values and benefits. Absolutely.
Would you say what you're doing is your true calling? Do you feel like you found your true calling?
I do. I do. I have um when you don't feel like you have to go, like, you don't feel like you're going to work and you gotta, like, go do something that you really enjoy, that is a rare experience, I feel like, and a lot of people don't find that. So I definitely feel thankful for that and have so much gratitude that I just listen to listen to my heart, honestly. It kind of um guided me through my journey. It was like, yes, this is kind of the realm I want to be in, but until I got to massage, it wasn't that I felt at home when I found massage. I felt that, like, home feeling, that comfort, that peace, that stress of trying to figure out where I was supposed to be, was gone, and I just felt like I was where I was supposed to be.
The purpose of this podcast is to help people find their true calling. So from your experience, and you already just said so many beautiful things, but is there anything else that you can say to help people maybe find theirs or gifts that they don't know they have yet?
Yeah, I would say, when you're doing something that makes you feel good, look into that more. Like, if it's something very broad, maybe kind of dive into a few avenues in that category and kind of see, like, my passion was helping people and healing, but I didn't know what part of that was me until I explored a lot of different things. But I think if you find something that you really enjoy, even if it's a hobby at first, explore it as something more. Um, Figure out how you can use it to further your life or help other people or whatever your passion is, whatever makes you feel good. Also, just listen to your guts, like, listen to your heart. If it feels like home or feels like, yes, this is where I'm exactly supposed to be. I mean, it's a very apparent feeling when you have those feelings. I think it's very clear. There's no, this may be my path. No, it's like, wow, in your face, like, yep, this is where I'm supposed to be. I'm here. I've arrived. Like, I'm super happy and I'm just going to keep exploring this path.
You can hear Dana's passion for her work in her voice. And that's because she's following her calling, as she just told us. You see, not only are we born with unique superpowers, But when we use them, we find our true vocation. That's why it feels like a homecoming for Dana to be a massage therapist. She was drawn to massage as a child, and she came back to using that superpower as an adult. Well, what about you? There's a difference between having a job, a career, and a calling. According to Amy Rosinski, people with jobs see them as a way to earn money, and they really find fulfillment outside of work, in their hobbies, raising children, that sort of thing. And people with careers are interested in making money, and they also want to gain prestige and climb the ladder to success. People who answer their calling in their work feel it's integral to their identity. They express who they are and find fulfillment there. So, what's interesting? People who have a calling may also want money and status, but what makes them different from people who solely pursue jobs and careers is that they would do it for free because it's so intrinsic to who they are. So think about the work you're doing now. Would you say it's a job, a career, or a calling? Do you feel passionate about doing it? Are you using your greatest gifts in it, the talents and skills that come most naturally to you? If not, give yourself permission to explore what makes you come alive. Go back in time and ask yourself what came easily to you as a child. See if there's a way to integrate that activity into your life, in your occupation, or even as a hobby. Either way, you'll be answering your true calling, and it'll feel like you're coming home to your true self. Thank you, Dana, so much for sharing your wisdom with us today.
Thank you for listening to Your True Calling. Please leave a review and share it with your friends. From my website, yourtruecalling.org, you can follow me on social media, learn more about my music and my coaching, contact me to find your superpowers live on the air, and help me produce future episodes by funding me on Patreon.